Look at greatest common factor. I can find the greatest common factor. Draw your line down your notebook and let's write the word factor. Again, what are factors? Factors are facts. An example of your facts would be 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 is a factor and 3 is a factor. So we're going to make a list today. So let's list the factors of 18. You can do it however you want. I just like to make a T-chart. Go list me the factors of 18. All right, we have 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. So we're going to use that idea today to find the greatest common factor. The greatest or largest factor, they have the same. So let's write the largest factors, 2 numbers have the same. Remember, you can stop the video at any time to catch up. We're going to use that idea of a list. So we're going to find the greatest common factor of 18, which we already did, and 30. So 18 was 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Let's do 30 together. 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, and 5 and 6. So then we look. They both have a 1 in common. They both have a 2 in common. They both have a 3 that's the same. They don't have a 5, but they do have a 6. They don't have a 9 or a 10 or a 15 or 18 or 30. So the biggest one they had that was the same is your greatest common factor, in this case, is 6. So the largest factor that 18 and 30 have the same is 6. All right, so right now I want you to go to 6 and 21. Stop the video and come back when you're done. All right, so 6 was 1 and 6, 2 and 3. 21 was 1 and 21, and 3 and 7. So they both have a 1 in common, and they both have a 3 in common, and that's it. So the greatest common factor was 3. That's the way you used to do it. We are now going to use it doing prime factorization or making trees. So we're going to find the greatest common factor of 42 and 56. So I'm going to help you start with making your trees today. 42 would be 6 and 7. So if I break down 6, that can be broken down to 2 and 3. 2 is prime, 3 is prime, 7 is prime. 56 is 8 and 7. 8 can be broken down to 2 and 4. 2 is prime, to 2 and 2, and those are prime. So those are our prime numbers. So now we write them out, 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. I just did this one first, it doesn't really matter. 2 times 3 times 7. So now what we're going to do is a little different. We are going to be making a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram shows the differences and the similarities. So we want to look what they have that's the same. Well, look at, they both have a 2. They both have a 2 in common. And they both have a 7 in common. They both have a 7 in common. And because they both have those 2 numbers, you don't write 2 2s and 2 7s, you just write 1 in the middle. And 2 times 7, we would multiply together because it's the product of primes. That's what prime factorization is. We multiply those 2 together and take 2 times 7 would give me 14. So the greatest common factor would be 14. Now, I could make my lists of 42 and 56. You don't have to do this, but I could go 1 and 42, 2 and 21, 3 and 14, 4 doesn't go in there, 5 doesn't go in there, but 6 and 7 do. I could go 56, 1 and 56, 2 and 2 goes in there. 28. 3 doesn't go in there. 4 goes in there. 4 goes in there once. 14. 5 doesn't go in there. 6 does not go in there. 7 goes in there. 7 times 8 is 56. So if I went through the old way of doing it, you can see they have a 1s, they have a 2s, they don't have a 3, then they have 7s, and they have 14s. And the largest number they have that's the same is 14. So it works. So let's try another one. Find me the greatest common factor of 18 and 27. Stop the video now. Come back when you have your answer. Okay, so 18 and 27. I did 3 and 6. You could have done 2 and 9, 2 and 3. So I have 2 times 3 times 3. And yes, you list them out. 3 times 9, 3 and 3. All are prime, so I have 3 times 3 times 3. So now let's make our Venn diagram. So what do they have in common? They have a 3, 1, 3. Ooh, they have another 3. And those aren't the same, so then we take 3 times 3, and the greatest common factor would be 9. 7 and 15 is unique, so I'm just going to do this one and I want you to watch. Do it with me on your paper, but I just want you to watch right now. I'm not going to have you stop the video. 7 would be 1 and 7. Oh, so that's prime. 15 is 3 and 5. When I go make my Venn diagram, because I list them out, I have a 7 and I have a 3 and a 5. Is there anything they have the same? No. So the greatest factor these two numbers have the same is 1. Because 1 is a factor, all numbers have the same. This is just an extra problem as a challenge if you want to try it. And go get started on your assignment.